Hey, what's going on? It's Mitch again, and I just wanted to check in with you. I'm not going to be able to, for this specific video, it's not possible for me to put it on my Facebook Live because there's no internet access where I'm at. So, I'm going to put this up, I'm going to upload this on my YouTube channel, and then I'm going to post a link when I have internet access. I'm going to post a link from this video that is on YouTube, and I'm going to post it on my Facebook so that way you're able to access it. I will say this, due to certain legal reasons, I had to switch locations. This is where I'm at right now. Things like that have happened before. I must say that, or rather, I choose to say that it tends to be the trend that whenever I'm in the same place for a while and I end up making like a ton of really amazing recipes or really amazing videos, or do a lot of posting or things like that, put things on the internet, oftentimes what happens is people around me tend to get jealous of some of the video content, so I kind of got to be careful with what sort of things I do post on the internet, and also I need to be mindful of people around me. And so what I'm doing now, actually is, I'm actually at an address that has no address. So yeah, it's like a construction site around here. So yeah, I had to do this, and yeah, I still go back in the city and stuff. And technically I'm in the city, but where I'm at right now, there's no specific address. I had to do this for kind of for the sake of my own safety. Yeah, kind of gotta be careful with the things that people gotta be kind of mindful of the people around me, and try not to attract too much attention because as you can tell, I'm a bit anxious. But here I'll show you something that I wrote. It's sort of a reminder to me to try to not be so anxious about stuff. Here, I'll show you this. I actually wrote this in pencil. As you can see, I wrote, "Don't worry," with this pencil right here. So yeah, like that's kind of the thing that I'm going through right now. Overcoming anxiety without using any sort of pharmaceutical pills, and I threw all those out actually. All my clonazepam and Gidon, I threw them in the trash. Got rid of it. Because for me it was more important that I don't destroy my body. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Sort of in the middle of the desert. I'm in a trailer that actually the tires are flat and there's actually no way to tow it. So it's like, you just gotta be careful not to drag too much attention, because sometimes stuff gets out of hand. Things did sort of get out of hand with some of those past, like on the 17th, see it's the 19th, on May 17th, things got a little out of hand, and I had to, I chose voluntarily to leave where I was at in order to come here, for the sake of my own safety. So I'm actually right behind a church that's back there. So that's where I'm at right now, and kind of got to be careful with some of the things that we talk about. So things get out of hand. So yeah, this is someone driving by. Yeah, like I try to be, some of the things I gotta kind of keep on the down low because of how it attracts a lot of attention. So I mean, I think I still want to continue working on my book, and I don't know, it's kind of a tough switch situations, like in a matter of a day. It was kind of a tough day. May 17th was a tough day, but I sort of adapt to, I think that's probably one of my strong characteristics, is my ability to adapt to situations, different situations, and, I've been through lots of different situations and scenarios, and, so yeah, I'm in a new situation now. I guess I gotta be careful with the attention that I attract, to keep things in the positive, avoid negativity as much as I can, and so yeah, I mean, just letting you know I'm alright. Just having to go through a few things. So yeah, it's me. It's Mitch. Just in a different situation now. It's a little bit more liberating. I give it a good rotation of, I've had to rotate where I'm at a lot. Sometimes I get the feeling that someone's trying to pull up. It's like, yeah, I gotta be careful with the things I talk about in public and stuff. It's like, I try to keep things on the down low as much as I can, but not be like too paranoid and think about stuff like that. Yeah, I will say it is sort of a challenge sometimes to do some of these videos and post them online and talk and make recipes without attracting attention around me. Sometimes it's a challenge. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't done any posts. That and the fact that there's no internet access here at all. So I'm gonna have to actually go to a different location in order to post this. So yeah, I mean, I definitely gotta be careful with what I do, for sure. So yeah, this is Mitch signing out. Gotta get through that anxiety, without using any, without using alcohol, without using marijuana. Stay sober. That's important to me. And, I've got enough stuff here to last me for a bit. I've got to think about, let's see, it's the 19th. I got to be real smart because I got to get through, let's see, 20, 21, let's see, 20, 21, 22, 23, 21, shit, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. I got, let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, got about 12 days to get through. Till I can restock stuff. So I gotta be kind of smart. Might have to get out there a little bit, but I gotta be smart in terms of rationing things out. and not being so paranoid. So yeah, it was nice. Um, it was nice to today actually witness, see, like an actual construction project that's going on. So that was cool. And yeah, I mean, it's almost impossible to not attract. I'll be honest, it's pretty much impossible to attract no attention and do these videos. So I mean, I just gotta kind of be careful with what I talk about and stuff. And so yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at right now. Yeah, that's where I'll be sleeping tonight. I'm gonna plan on being here tonight, like overnight, like probably over the next 12 days. And yeah, I mean, actually, no. Actually, I went out. Actually, I went to Starbucks and I asked for a water. I was like, because that's free. And then actually, what I did is I mixed it with different powders. Oh, I don't think that was the same. Um, mixed it with like different powders and stuff like that. Actually, I used different ones. I think it was like, yeah, I just went in there and I was like, oh yeah. It's like, I went in there with these two products, the lucuma and the cacao powder, and I used some of the brown sugar that was there, and I used water, and then I mixed it up. Actually, made my own drink. So like that was a way to be resourceful, to use these products with water to make my own thing. And I just used that bamboo tool, like I've already shown you. I'll show you. I used the specific. I just put it in and swish it around, mix it up and made a drink out of it. As of here, I have access to there's a few electrical outlets that I have access to. There's one over there, it's behind a building, and there's a few more over there, and that's actually behind a gate that has like a lock on it, and actually there's no keys here at all, so everything is like sort of, the only barriers or borders, there are no barriers other than like physical walls, but there's always around them like climbing over things and stuff, and unlatching gates and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna say I gotta be careful sometimes, I mean, I use things like those chlorella tablets, like for as like a multivitamin, pretty good superfood. I still got more of the vitamin only, and I can still. My water distiller is over there, up on the other side of the wall, physical wall, like a metal gate with a latch on it. It can be lifted up, and then the gate can be pushed in to access the water distiller. I had it in here, but then I put it over in the building next to me. There's also an electrical outlet behind the building over there. So yeah, there's ways for me to produce my own water using that same water distiller technology that I've been talking about before. I've posted videos of it where I was. But I'm not there anymore, and I'm not going back to where I was. So this is where I'm at now. And as you know, I've switched locations a lot of times. One of the risks where I'm at right now is the exposure to elements thing, and it's cloudy right now. So there, you can see there's a hole up there, and it's like, I don't really want to fix everything, so it's time to deal with it. So I'm pretty much outside like a lot now. So like, I mean, I was kind of worried about that, and so actually that's why I went over to walk down the street to the coffee store in order to access the internet and to charge up this laptop because otherwise it would have ran, the power would have ran out. Because there's no electrical outlets at all in here. So there's more of a building right over there. Though. Behind the building, it looks like someone actually ripped off a metal thing. And things are getting kind of crazy around here. So yeah, I gotta keep my faith strong now to adapt to the new situation that I'm in. And that's here. There's like tons of dogs around barking and stuff. So yeah, I mean, just checking in with you. I'm not actually good. In order to post this on the internet, I have to go to a different physical location to do that. So yeah, I mean, gotta make stuff. I need to think real smart in the situation that I'm in right now. It's like another big change. I think, yeah, I moved. See, it was like 2 days ago now. Yeah, so like 48 hours later. Yeah, I moved just like that. It's a matter of 1 day. So yeah, hopefully, I gotta make it through these next 12 days, like I was talking about. Gotta think really resourceful, not depend right now, not depend on money too much. So I gotta think really resourceful, make my own water, or sometimes go get water and then make my own stuff without attracting too much attention and not. Just gotta be real smart with what I'm doing right now. So yeah, I mean, if you watched, you made it, obviously you made it to this point, 18 minutes into this video. I use this, like, earlier I used this to fill up on the juice in there, and, that was nice, and still got my juice with me, it's actually back there, behind me, it's in a box, so, I'm gonna actually have to wait till, wait like 12 days, in order to actually make it like cold pressed juice or something, unless I can find a way that it's gotta be smart now. Yeah. I was doing like a real detoxification. Like, I think it was like yesterday. For me, time goes by. I do this so much sometimes during the day. It's like I lose track sometimes. It was like really sunny. I was laying in here. The sun was beaming down. Today it's cloudy. Like yesterday it was really sunny, and I was just laying in here and trying to get a lot of sunlight on my skin. Get that vitamin D. Also got some. I use the in my upcoming book. I'm going to use some of these. Talk about some of these transdermal skin patches to talk about some of the ways the human body can absorb nutrition through the skin. And I left behind my magnesium silica spray, but I still have. Actually, magnesium in here. It says right there. It's got 5,000 IU's international units, D3 plus 120 mcg's, K2 plus 250 milligrams magnesium. So in here, it's actually, I'm going to talk about this a little bit in my upcoming book that I'm going to be writing. Some of these actual, this is actually a medical grade adhesive. Way I can use this is actually, I think this one's the D3 one. There's a D3 one that has some other vitamins and minerals like the magnesium, the D3, the K2, and the magnesium. And there's the B12 one that has 1,200 mcg's of vitamin B12. So basically, I'll just show you what I do with these. So it's a medical grade adhesive. So I'll show you what I do with these. it's actually going to absorb it through my skin, so it's on my skin, so it absorbs nutrition through my skin, so it's like I can absorb minerals without doing anything. Well, just doing this pretty slowly over time. It actually goes through my skin, so I'm going to put it back in there. You know, to protect it from the rain and wind and stuff, so I'm going to put it back. I think it was in this one, yeah. You can see that's like the matrix symbol right there. With the squares and stuff. Alright, so I'm going to open this up. Alright, so put it in there. Okay, so I keep it in here to protect against the elements, because I'm going to be exposed to the elements a lot now. Okay. Alright, so that's why I got my sweater here. If it gets freezing cold, I'll put that on me at nighttime, because sometimes it gets to be freezing cold. Alright, so but this is what I did. Okay. So I mean, that's what I chose to do. So I'm just gonna adapt to this situation the best I can. Okay, so here's the skin patches. So I take this, you can see it's on my right thumb, and I look for a spot on my skin actually that has like almost no hair on it. So I'm gonna try to make sure and keep this part of my skin dry, so that way this patch doesn't fall off. So take it and then I just apply it to my skin like that. Alright. So that's one of the skin patches. The vitamin D3, the sunshine patch, so that actually absorbs. Having that on my skin, it'll absorb vitamin D3, 5,000 international units, 120 mcgs of K2, and 250 milligrams of magnesium. So just by having that, I actually lost my magnesium silica spray. Well, I didn't lose it, I left it behind where it was, kind of in a rush to get out of there. But I did make sure to grab the transdermal patches. So yeah, it's kind of like, think of it kind of like, you know, those nicotine patches. You know, people put those nicotine patches on them and stuff, and it's supposed to absorb nicotine. It's not actually nicotine though. It's actually vitamin D3, K2, and magnesium. So it absorbs it on my skin. So it just keeps going through my skin. That's actually one of the things I've been getting into is the whole transdermal nutrition. Silica is one of the elements that we're largely deficient in. I think I got a bottle of silica over there, living silica. The magnesium silica spray actually had easily absorbable silica and magnesium through the skin, but that's gone. I still have some of the iodine transdermal stuff. I think it's like a 5% Lugol's. No, it's a 2% Lugol's solution or something. Let me see. I think it's like a 2% Lugol's solution, 2%. So it's like, you know, I put that, you know, I showed the video where I put it on, like, open it up like that. It can be used, you know, I take a dropper full of it, actually stain, put it on my skin, it absorbs iodine through my skin. So that's kind of one of the concepts that I'm really interested in, actually, is absorption of nourishment through the skin. And that's like things like sunlight or these skin patches, like these, or different sprays. And that's one way to get nutrition simply from my skin, putting stuff on my skin. So that's kind of a cool concept. That's kind of that's definitely going to be a topic that I write about. I mean, I'm talking about it right now. I mean that's the one way I found that I can absorb nourishment without even having to eat anything or drink anything. And so it's like, sometimes, like, I was going through a serious detoxification yesterday. I was sweating, like there was tons of sweat coming out of my skin. And, you know, to be honest, sometimes it's actually more about, you know, like the more advanced I get, honestly, sometimes it's more about Sometimes it's actually more about the detoxification rather than the nutrification. And that, I'll be honest, that's actually something that I've kind of come to realize over time. It's sometimes more about it's the more advanced I get, it's more about what I lose, what the toxicity that comes out of my body, walking barefoot on the earth, discharging those negative ions, being off of the internet, having no internet around, getting sunlight and tons of exercise. But I kind of got to be careful on that because sometimes I overdo it, And that's something I realized last night. I overdid it on my exercise thing, so I was kind of anxious, and I was using exercise as a coping mechanism because I've eliminated so many things from my life. Like I've eliminated alcohol, I've eliminated marijuana. I mean, there is a little bit. There's cannabinoids. There's I still believe in the CBD and THC, the cannabinoids and the tinctures, mint, CBD. Actually, I'm gonna take some right now. This one's peppermint oil infused cannabis. That stuff is that's one way to so yeah, you saw me take that tincture, and you saw me apply my skin tag. So yeah, I mean that's actually one way of mineralizing my body without attracting a ton of attention. Using tinctures like that, or using skin patches like this, or the tinctures where with using no lighters and stuff like that. That's one way I found of remineralizing my body without attracting a ton of attention and stuff. So I had to pray on this one. Yeah, these next 12 days are going to be quite the challenge. But I have faith. I wrote that on right there. I wrote, "Don't worry." That's what it's going to keep. That's kind of my new motto right there. Right there. Let me see. It's gonna see where's it at. Thing. Trying to see if you can see. It's kind of hard for me to look at the camera on this computer and at the wall. It's kind of like what? Let me see. Trying to see if you can see. Oh no, but if you didn't see, so we're going to see. It says "Don't worry" on there, and that's kind of the thing. That's like my new motto. I'm dealing with anxiety, that, and using the cannabinoids, and yeah. So it's I think I'm gonna I do some water. Feel a little bit better just talking about this. So yeah, there's no address here. I literally moved to a place where there is no address. So yeah, I mean, I shouldn't freak out too much. It's not that bad. Yeah, tonight It's like about, a lot of it is dealing with the elements and stuff. Extreme high temperatures, extreme low temperatures at night. It's kind of how it is for me right now. But I thought it was good that I went out actually today. It was more of a social type of thing to get out, to connect with some people out there, and also to be able to get on the internet so I could download music and actually listen to music in here, because there's, like I said, there's no internet access. So yeah, this will probably be my first post. I won't be able to this won't be a Facebook Live because there's no internet access here, so it's not possible. So I'll upload this on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link to that on my Facebook page, so that way you'll actually be able to see this video if you're interested. So yeah, I'm now adapting to another situation, and yeah, it's not that bad. Just gotta get used to, Well, let's see, it's like 8:03. Yeah, I'll have to got my sweater there, so that way if it gets, extremely cold, I'll use that to cover up. Yeah, it should be fine. Have faith, and, sometimes I gotta use those survival skills, to get by, and, gotta sometimes take action, Doing this video is one form of taking action. It's like, yeah, clip action, right? I mean, yeah, it's also real life too. It's all real information. Being 100% honest on this one. This is where I'm at. There's no address here, so I'm in the desert. Pretty much. God, I'm actually in a trailer, and behind it there's a license plate. The tires are flat in here, and it's like. So yeah, it's like it can't be towed. I mean, because there's that one time when my car got towed, and I was freaking out over that. And I was like, man, seriously. I was looking for a way to not have to worry about all this documents, paperwork, and all this legal stuff, and this registration, all this runaround circles, all this stuff. And so now I'm just like, all right, well, I'm just in the desert now. And this doesn't even have an address. It's not even a registered address. So, this is a real video, and this is me. I'm going to upload it. Actually, it's like a broken down trailer that I'm in. Yeah, it's a broken down trailer. I put my stuff in here, and I'm going to keep this thing going. I'm going to do what I got to do to keep this thing going, for sure. In the next 12 days, we'll get through. I definitely gotta think smart, take action, and not be afraid. It isn't really about the money for me. I mean, sometimes it is, but it's more about just trying to live a good life now at this point. And I chose, for now anyways, May 19th, I chose to come out in the desert, broken down trailer, be sleeping on the floor. I don't want to attract too much attention, moving stuff around. And I watched the construction thing going on at that house over there. There's ladies over there. There's a lady. I was out talking about stuff. There's ladies down that way, and sometimes that's what happens, things happen and people come by. And, so yeah, just checking in. Had to post this. One of the only ways these videos are like one of the outlets that I have to connect to the outside world. It's definitely getting dark, and the moon's already up. The moon, check that out. You might be able to see the moon up there. Let me see. the moon is up there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but literally, like, it's like I'm inside, but I'm outside at the same time. And that's, you know, I moved again, and now it's like I'm outside all the time. Yeah, I mean, we've always talked about that, you know. I've always liked the outdoors, you know, and it's like I'm outside all the time now. It's like a minimal shelter, you know. It's probably about as minimal as it could possibly get, you know, without taking it too far. You know, sometimes I've taken it too far, but this is probably about the middle ground where it's like I'm outside all the time. You know, I go inside sometimes. If I go inside, it's like under church buildings or things like that. Or if I go into businesses and stuff, and you know, it's gotta keep it cool and just kind of accept where I'm at for now. You know, take it day by day. You know, put that skin patch on. That's good. Absorb that D3, magnesium, and K2 through my skin. And yeah, it's me. It's Mitch. There's no internet access here. I eliminated internet access. I eliminated alcohol. I eliminated drugs besides the cannabinoids. I eliminated even living inside. So I mean, I've eliminated a lot of stuff. Probably about as much as I could possibly do without, you know, it's probably about as much as I could possibly eliminate, you know, realistically. So yeah. Thanks for watching. See, yeah, it's 37 minutes or whatever. So yeah, I guess, you know, probably be a good idea for me to do the water distillation, so that way I have like distilled water for later on, for tonight, tomorrow, and if I'm gonna put this online, I have to physically go to a different location, and that's like a long walk, and yeah. Sometimes I'm burned down. Sometimes, you know. So I gotta be careful how I spend my energy and stuff. So yeah, it's Mitch again. Yeah, take care. New situation. Peace. I'm gonna sign out here. You know, there's wild. You know, I've seen it. There's a lot of wild animals around here. Actually, there's wild lizards, wild rabbits, wild birds. Other night I was down the street. I saw this wild. It was a wild, like, albino cat, and that was probably one of the most exotic wild animals I've ever seen. And I pet that cat. I was like, yeah, that was a cool thing. So, it's not a bad night. I mean, it's kind of cloudy. So yeah, I mean, just gotta keep my faith. I'll get through this one. Alright, that felt good. Thanks for watching. You know, I appreciate that you watched this. So I'm gonna do my best to get through it. Gotta think smart, take action, both on video and off the video and all that. Okay. Have a good one. Appreciate it. And peace out.